Lily, my love, my angel, today's the day. Will you marry me?
Wait, what? Are you seriously doing this again? Ryan, you've got to stop treating proposals like they're some kind of, hey, how's it going greeting. It's not cute, it's not romantic, it's just weird at this point. And in the first place, I have repeatedly told you that I already have a fiancé, as in I'm engaged to be married to a guy who is not you. You got that, right?
Yeah, I heard, but come on, you really think that guy's better for you than me? I mean, I've known you forever. Think about it. We went to the same elementary school, the same middle school, the same high school. We lived in the same neighborhood, 10 minutes apart? That whole childhood friend setup? That's a way stronger bond than whatever you have with some random guy who threw a diamond ring at ya.
That works out for some people, sure. Childhood friends who end up falling for each other, getting married, yeah, I've seen it. Mostly in rom-coms, but I digress. Let's be real here, Ryan. That is not us. It never has been.
Why not? I don't get it!
Because, Ryan, you seriously need a reality check.
Reality check? Okay, sure. Enlighten me.
Get a job.
Why should I?
You're 27, right? And you're still just sitting around doing nothing with your life? I'm saying this because you need to hear it. If you don't get your act together now, it's only going to get worse. The longer you stay out of work, the fewer options you'll have when you finally decide to start trying. And don't give me that laid-back, I've got time attitude either. You're not in high school anymore. You're not even in college. You're a grown man. And if you're not going to work, you should at least be in training for some useful skills, something that could help you get a job. You need to be doing something.
You two? Seriously?
Me too?
It's not just you. Everyone's on my case now. Let me guess. Did my dad put you up to this? I'm not gonna keep supporting you forever, you know. God, he says that like every week now. Like, what's his deal anyway? He's my dad. He's supposed to take care of me.
Okay. First of all, that line coming from a guy your age is just sad. Do you even hear yourself? You're pushing 30 and still talking like a moody teenager. Wait a sec. Are you seriously proposing to me because you want me to take care of you? Please tell me that's not what this is about.
What? No, of course not. I mean, come on. One of these days, my dad's gonna kick the bucket, and when he does, then all of his money becomes mine. I'll be set for life.
Wow, I really wish I could unsee that message.
What? It's not that crazy. Remember Sho, that one guy from high school? His parents died when we were still kids, and he's doing just fine without a job.
You mean Sho?
Yeah, him. See? You get it.
Oh my god, Ryan, Sho actually works. Yeah, his parents left him a little something, and he lived on that for a bit. But that was back when we were still students. It wasn't some giant fortune or anything. He had to work part-time just to keep up, and he paid his way through art school with scholarships. He earned everything through the power of his own hard work and dedication. He told me he wanted to get everything together by the time he graduated, and he actually pulled it off. He's a professional illustrator now, and people in the industry really respect him.
Wait, what? Sho's an illustrator?
Yeah, he works from home, so maybe you wouldn't notice if you're not paying attention, but he's doing really well. Like, really well. A bunch of our classmates know the whole story. His background, what he's been through, where he is now, I honestly can't believe you didn't know that.
Well, yeah, I guess I never really asked.
Clearly. Anyway, back to you. Your dad's still out there grinding out at his job every day, isn't he? And you're just sitting at home doing nothing, not even pretending to look for work? What is your actual plan here?
Look, I already said it's a parent's responsibility to support their kid. That's just how it works.
Seriously? You can't just assume your parents and their money are going to be there forever. That whole "I'll be fine because my parents are still around" attitude, that's dangerous, and honestly, it's childish.
Really? Why?
I'm not gonna sit here explaining every little thing to you. You're not dumb, Ryan. You know what I'm saying.
Man, you're so confusing sometimes. I only wanted to propose to you, and all I get is a full-on lecture. Like, how did that even happen?
Gee, I wonder. Maybe it's because you're out here asking someone to marry you without having the slightest clue about what kind of life you could actually offer them? Look, I don't care how many times you ask me, the answer isn't changing. It's still no. And here's the thing, Ryan. If a grown man can't even support himself, he really, really shouldn't be throwing the word marriage around so lightly.
Huh. So you mean if I had a bunch of money to support you with, you'd say yes?
You can dream all you want to, but if you want someone to take you seriously, you have to start taking yourself seriously first. Anyway, this is going nowhere, and I've got stuff to do. So yeah, bye, Ryan.
Wait, Kaylee, hold up! Come on! Kaylee! Kaylee, guess what? Oh my god, you are not gonna believe this! Come on, answer me already! I've got something huge to tell you!
What is it this time? You're really persistent, you know that?
I did it! I finally did it! This is big, seriously. Kelly, my darling, my endless love, my passion! I've got good news!
Okay, calm down. You're being super annoying. What now?
Kaylee, will you marry me?
Oh, come on. Seriously? I thought we had settled this 3 months ago. I really thought maybe, just maybe you'd given up. But I guess not, huh?
No, because this time it's different. I figured out how I'm gonna support you. That's why I'm asking again. Now it makes sense.
Ryan, listen to me. It doesn't matter how financially ready you think you are. I have a fiancé, a real one, with a real job. I've told you this so many times, and it hasn't changed. Why is it so hard for you to accept?
But wait, what if, and hear me out on this, what if I'm making more than your fiancé now?
Oh my god, you seriously think that's the issue? I didn't agree to marry my fiancé because of his paycheck. But since I know where you're gonna go next, he's doing just fine. I don't have any reason to be worried about money with him. And not to mention, I have a job of my own, too. I'm not some peasant damsel waiting for a guy with a big sack of money to come along and rescue me from destitution.
Okay, sure, yeah, but even with that, I might be on a whole other level now. You're stubborn, Kaylee, but I swear once you hear this, you're gonna wanna say yes.
You sound way too confident. Like, suspiciously confident. Wait, you didn't get into some weird scheme, did you? Tell me you didn't fall for one of those MLM things. Or some fake investment scam? Or crypto nonsense? Perhaps you went with the classic disposed Nigerian prince?
What? No, come on, you really think I'd do something that dumb?
Yeah?
Well, think again. This is totally legit. No shady deals, no scams. Just pure awesome luck.
Luck? That doesn't do much to dissuade me from thinking you fell for a stupid scam.
Brace yourself. You're gonna freak out. I just won the lottery.
Still not convinced this isn't a scam.
Come on, believe me already. I just won $10,000.
$10,000?
Yeah, 10 grand. Isn't that crazy? I'm rich, baby.
Wow, I mean, sure, that's something.
Something? That's life-changing. I've got money to burn now. I'm set.
Uh-huh. You won $10,000 in the lottery, and you think that makes you set?
I bet that's enough to change your opinion of me. You want to marry me now, right?
Not even in the slightest. If anything, the fact that you think 10 grand is some kind of golden ticket makes this even sadder than before.
Are you kidding me? It's $10,000 I'm talking about. That's a one with 4 zeros after it. 4 of them.
$10,000 is nice, sure, but my fiancé and I make that in a month together.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's our combined monthly income. So your big lottery win, that's what we call a normal paycheck.
You make that every month?
Yep, and actually, it's about to go up. I just got promoted. Starting next month, our income's going to increase even more.
You're kidding!
Nope, 100% real.
No way!
So, yeah. Look, I'm not trying to be mean to you here. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, then yeah, 10 grand is a huge deal. But when it comes to marriage, a lifelong partnership, you have to think long term. And $10,000, it's not going to get you very far.
Oh, come on!
You really, really need to learn about the real world. And the first step to doing that is figuring out how to earn money for yourself.
Man, I really thought I finally had something to impress you. But now I find out it's chump change.
Don't get me wrong, it's impressive, but you're acting like you're some overnight millionaire. You're not. If anything, this should be a wake-up call. This is your chance to think about what you're going to use it on. You could invest in yourself, take classes, get certified, start building a real future. Or you could put it away in some good investments. Compound interests makes a little turn into a lot, and faster than you'd think. As for your proposal, the answer is no. It always was no, and it's always going to be no. So the next time you feel like asking me to marry you, just remember, the answer is always no.
Kaylee! Okay, seriously, this time it's happening for real! Let's get married right now! I mean it! You don't even understand. This is huge! You're gonna freak out!
Oh boy, do I even want to know what you've gotten yourself into this time?
I took that 10 grand from the lottery and totally leveled up my life. I invested it in myself, baby, just like you said. I'm on the path to greatness.
I know I'm gonna regret asking, but what exactly did you do?
I got myself totally geared up for business. A super powerful computer, a big screen, a top-tier mouse, even one of those fancy ergonomic chairs that look like alien spaceships. I mean, yeah, it all cost way more than I expected, so now I've got like $100 left, but that's just temporary. You gotta spend money to make money, right?
Wow, that's a bold move.
I know, right? But listen, here's the plan. For the next 2 or 3 months, I'm just gonna dive in and teach myself everything. I'll figure out how this job works, practice a ton, and then I'll be making money hand over fist.
Risky, but bold. I see. And what kind of job is this exactly? What are you planning to do?
Okay, so get this. I figured if I picked something I could do from home, I could skip all that boring job hunting stuff. So, I'm gonna be an illustrator!
Wait, you're not seriously trying to copy Show, are you?
Why not? If Show can pull it off, then I definitely can. Come on, the guy barely talked to anyone in school and he's doing fine now. If he can sit around drawing for a living, how hard can it really be?
You mean with your drawing skills? You do remember people used to say your cats looked like melted marshmallows, right?
That was before. Now it's all digital. People draw everything on tablets and computers now. You don't even need real talent. You just need to learn the tools. The programs basically help you out. I can just tell one of those AI things to draw me a picture that a person would pay big money for, and bam, there it is. I figured you'd know that. I mean, you're smart about that stuff, right?
Oh my God, Ryan.
I really impressed you this time, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm impressed, all right. Impressed by what a massive idiot you are.
Whoa, what the hell? Why are you roasting me all of a sudden?
Because this entire plan is ridiculous. Just because you have a computer doesn't mean you can draw. You still need skill. You need to know how to create something worth paying for. You've got zero foundation. You can't just copy Show. He's been practicing for over a decade and actually studied this stuff. He didn't become successful overnight. He worked hard for years.
But I thought all the drawing happens on the computer. Doesn't the software help?
Yeah, it helps. You still have to know what to do with it.
No way. So you're saying the equipment's not enough?
That's exactly what I'm saying. There's no such thing as instant success, no matter how many gadgets you buy.
You've got to be kidding me! I spent everything on this dream!
Look, I'm not trying to kick you while you're down, but I've got to be honest. This whole thing sounds like a joke. And unfortunately for you, I don't have time to entertain it today. I'm on my honeymoon.
Wait, what? You got married?
The wedding was last weekend, and we left the next morning. You got a problem with that?
But what about our wedding? What about me?
What about you? I've been telling you no from the very beginning. Are you hallucinating, or do you just not understand what the word no means?
But I'm in love with you. Doesn't that count for anything?
No, it really doesn't. Let me spell it out. There is no universe where I would ever choose to spend my life with a lazy guy who doesn't understand the value of hard work or earning a living. Even if every other man on Earth disappeared tomorrow, I would still choose to be single over marrying you.
Then who is it? Who did you marry?
Did I not mention? It's Show.
What? You married Show? Are you kidding me?
Nope. We've actually been together since middle school.
It's been that long?
I watched him lose his parents, support himself, and build his career from nothing. He didn't complain. He didn't wait for someone to bail him out. He made something of himself through hard work, which is exactly why watching you play the victim while doing the bare minimum makes me want to slam my phone into a wall.
But what about me? I've been trying. I mean, I bought the lottery ticket, right? I took a risk. I got money.
Yeah? And the money you used to buy that ticket, wasn't that your dad's?
Well, yeah, I guess.
So that money wasn't earned. It wasn't yours. You took someone else's paycheck and got lucky.
I don't see it that way.
I get it. Winning the lottery was a big deal for you. But like I've told you over and over, if you don't understand how hard it is to actually earn money, you'll never understand how to build anything. And that's doubly true for building a marriage. I don't want a partner who's waiting for luck, which is why, once again, I'm telling you clearly, I do not want to marry you. So let's summarize. I'm already married to Sho. We're on our honeymoon. This conversation is over. Goodbye, Ryan. It's been 8 years since his first proposal. At first, I'll admit, I was honestly kind of flattered that someone could be so devoted to me. But wow, the persistence. No matter how many times I turned him down, he just kept coming back, completely ignoring how uncomfortable it was making me. Eventually, it just became exhausting, and honestly, kinda creepy. As for that expensive computer setup he bought when he said he was going to become an illustrator, from what I've heard, it's still sitting in his room, totally unused, collecting dust. I actually went ahead and told his parents about everything that had happened. Apparently, they finally snapped and shipped their clueless son off to live and work full-time at a factory run by some relatives. So I guess you could say he's finally standing at the starting line of adulthood. The last I heard, he already tried to run away once. Sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him. Megan? Can you explain why your kids are running around in my backyard right now? Oh, that? Yeah, I was hoping that you could just watch them for a little bit. They won't be too much of a burden, promise. Okay, I never agreed to that. If you wanted me to look after them for you, you should have asked me. And just so we're clear, I'm the only adult at home right now. There's absolutely no way I can look after 5 kids all by myself. That's not even remotely reasonable. I mean, this is honestly the point of being actively dangerous. I only have 1 set of arms and eyes. Wait, only 5? What about your 2 kids? Aren't they usually home around this time? Well, they're not at home today. Well, there you go! That means you've got some extra space and energy, right? That's totally manageable for a super mom like you. Riley, would you listen to me? I'm telling you, this is not happening. Also, where's your husband in all this? Shouldn't he be helping you out when things get busy? He's away for work. He got sent on a long-term assignment in another city, so I'm kind of all by myself right now. Then maybe you should be taking care of your own kids instead of just dumping them on other people. Wow, okay. You don't have to be so dramatic about it. You're a stay-at-home mom, aren't you? What else do you even have going on during the day? Just think about it this way. You were going to be home watching 7 kids today, but now you've only got 5 to deal with. Honestly, you're getting off easy. You should consider yourself lucky. Excuse me? I can't help but notice that you're overlooking the fact that I never agreed to any of this. And for the record, I'm not a stay-at-home mom. I work from home, and I've got some major deadlines coming up soon. Oh, would you look at that? My friend just got here. I gotta run, Riley. Thanks a million for taking care of my kids for me. I knew I could count on you. Bye. Hey, no. This conversation is not over. Didn't you see my texts? I am crazy busy right now. I'm right up against the deadline, and now I've got 5 kids I didn't ask for tearing up my yard. Megan, answer me! Actually, screw answering me. Come and pick up your kids! Ugh, seriously. You're always so uptight. It's just for a bit. I honestly can't believe how selfish you're being right now. Like, what are you trying to say? That my kids are like a pack of wild animals or something? I'm going to do you the favor of blocking your number before you say something you'll regret. What? Are you insane? I'll unblock you when I feel like it. Megan!
Hey, Riley, how's everything going over there? I bet you're loving having a break from the kids, right? Now you've got the house all to yourself. This should be a great opportunity for you to catch up on your work. I know you got that big deadline coming up. The kids are totally hooked on fishing, by the way. They're having a blast.
Help me.
Riley, are you okay?
No, I am not okay. One of the moms from the neighborhood just left her 5 kids in our yard and disappeared. And she blocked my number after I told her to come back and pick them up.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Yes, it's total chaos out here. The garden, the flower beds, everything's a mess.
What in the name of all things holy is that woman thinking?
Assuming that she was thinking at all is giving her way too much credit. And those kids, they are complete monsters. I've never seen a wilder bunch of brats in my life. It's like they genuinely get enjoyment out of doing the opposite of what I tell them.
Okay, first I'll try calling my older brother down the street. Maybe he can swing by and help out a little. And I'll head home right now, too. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Please, for God's sake, Shane, hurry. Riley, darling, thank you so much for today. Seriously, thanks to you, I got to spend the whole day out having fun with no kids to worry about. It was amazing. Wait, hold on a second. Are you actually saying you dropped your 5 kids off at my house just so you could go out and have fun? There was no emergency? Well, yeah, I mean, it's Saturday. Come on, even moms need a little break now and then, right? I need time to recharge. You dropped them off at my house with no warning, and because of that, my entire day got completely wrecked. Oh, please. Didn't you call someone for help anyway? You weren't even handling it alone the whole time, so why are you acting like it was some kind of crisis? Because it was a crisis! Do you have any idea what I went through thanks to you? The first hour they were here, I was all alone and it was total chaos. They tore up my garden. The flower beds? Ruined. The vegetables? I'll be lucky to salvage any of them. Then a couple of them started splashing around in the pond, and before I knew it, they were inside, soaked head to toe, dripping all over the floor. And if that wasn't enough, They opened my fridge without asking and devoured all the snacks I had prepared for my kids. Every last bite! Wait a second. You gave them snacks? In that case, why didn't you just go ahead and serve them dinner, too? Growing kids need their nutrition, Riley. You know that. Honestly, I thought you were a little more together than this. At the very least, I expected you'd have the decency not to let 5 kids go hungry under your watch. Are you being serious right now? You didn't even say thank you when you finally came back to pick them up. No, sorry about the trouble. No, I hope they were well behaved, which they were not, by the way. You just threw them in the car and drove off like nothing happened. What are you making such a big deal out of this for? You're a stay-at-home mom, aren't you? Honestly, you should be thanking me for giving you something to do with all that free time. I told you already, I'm not a stay-at-home mom. But you're always at home, aren't you? You're a mom, and you stay at home, so you can put 2 and 2 together, can't you? I work from home. I take freelance jobs, and today I was hoping to work on one with a tight deadline. My husband even took our kids out of the house to give me space so I could concentrate. But thanks to your little drop-off surprise, I didn't get anything done at all. So now, I get to look forward to staying up all night to try and get this finished on time. Okay, but that just sounds like bad time management on your part. Say what now? Like if your work is really that important, you should build in some wiggle room. You know, plan for unexpected stuff. Unexpected stuff? Is that honestly how you're going to describe what happened today? What about you, Megan? It's obvious this wasn't unexpected stuff for you. You dumped 5 kids in my yard with no notice and disappeared. If you needed someone to look after your kids today, you should have figured that out in advance. All right. Jeez. Guess stay-at-home moms don't have much use for time management anyway, huh? How many times do I have to say it? I work from home. And I'm exhausted from all the fun I had today. I'm going to bed. Megan, don't you dare cut me off again. You're the one who's cutting off my relaxation time. Guess that means I need to block you again. Nighty-night. Wait, are you serious right now? You're just gonna run away again?
Hey, Riley, were you able to make that deadline after all? If you're sleeping, don't worry about replying right away.
I'm okay. I was planning to nap a little bit more, but I woke up hungry, so I'm eating an apple for a snack. And yeah, I somehow managed to get everything done.
Whew! Thank God for that. I'll take that for a silver lining.
I'm sorry for leaving you to handle breakfast and getting the kids ready this morning. I owe you one. Seriously, thank you.
It's fine, really. Not a big deal. You've helped me out plenty of times, too. Still, that woman, Megan, right? She's quite a unique specimen, isn't she? What kind of person just drops 5 kids off without warning and disappears for the day? She didn't bring a gift, didn't say thank you, didn't even ask how things went. I mean, it's not like I was expecting anything, but come on.
Yeah? Well, from what I've heard, she's always been like that.
Wait, really?
Yeah. The other moms near her place said she used to constantly leave her kids with them too. But she overdid it so badly that eventually no one wanted to deal with her anymore. And just around that time, I switched to working from home. So now I'm home more often, and I guess she assumed I was a full-time stay-at-home mom, and it made her assume that I would be an easy target.
Wow, that actually explains a lot. It's wild that some people still don't get that being home doesn't mean being free.
Exactly. These days, there are tons of people working remotely, but some folks just refuse to update the way they think about the world. And in her case, I don't think it even matters. Even if she did get that I'm working, she probably just convinces herself it's still the same thing. Like, oh, you're working from home. Guess that means you have nothing going on.
Yeah, either way, she's a problem. Well, just remember, we just need to wait a few more days. Not that we can let our guard down, mind you.
For sure. And if something happens, I think we should go ahead and call the cops, or even child services.
Yeah, it seems like that would be the best course of action.
Alright, I'm gonna try and catch a little more sleep.
Go right ahead. Sorry for keeping you. After the miracle you pulled off yesterday, you deserve all the rest you can get.
Hey, Riley. Hope you're doing all right handling your super busy schedule. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know that starting today, I'm going on a little getaway with my boyfriend. Wait, boyfriend? You mean your husband, right? My husband? Oh gosh, no! I mean, come on. If it were just my husband, I wouldn't be this excited. Hold on. Are you seriously saying you're going on a trip with the guy you're cheating with? Ding, ding, ding! We have a winner! So yeah, I just dropped my kids off at your front door. What? What are you even talking about? We'll be gone for 2 nights and 3 days, so I hope you have a fantastic weekend with the 5 little rascals. Okay, what are you even saying right now? I never gave you my address. If this is some kind of a joke, it's not funny, Megan. Your address? I already know your address. I just had you babysit my kids for me last week, didn't I? Oh my god. You mean you're serious? Anyway, blocking you again. Bye! We moved yesterday. I told you when you dumped your kids on me last week that we were moving this week. Megan, don't tell me you weren't listening to me when I told you that? If that's the case, then you just abandoned your children in front of an empty house. Wait, did you already block me? For God's sake, Megan, freaking listen to me! And unblocked. I'm back! Oh, this weekend was fabulous! You're a real lifesaver, you know that? Anyway, I'll be by to pick up my darlings soon. Make sure they're all packed up and ready to go when I get there. Your kids aren't with me, Megan. Huh? Okay, seriously, Riley? Joking around about someone's kids is not funny, like, at all. Anyway, I'll be at your home in about 15 minutes. Tell them Mommy's coming. No, you won't. And no, I can't, you moron. Riley, hello! I've been ringing your doorbell nonstop. Open the door already. And what is going on with your house? All the lights are off. Seriously, would it kill you to at least turn on the porch light? Oh, wait, I see what this is. You're trying to fake me out, aren't you? You turned off every single light in the house so I'd think nobody's home. Really? That's the game you're playing now? Well, let me tell you something, sweetie. You picked the wrong woman to try that stunt on. I'm not stupid enough to fall for a cheap trick like that. Come on, quit messing around and open the door already. You really need to listen when people talk to you, Megan. I already told you that your kids were not with me. And no, I'm not helping you cover for your secret getaway with your boyfriend. Yeah. Spare me the moral preening. Just open up the door and give me my kids. Just to jog your memory, I told you last week when you picked them up that my husband got transferred and we were moving. Did that slip your mind, or are you just not listening again? Wait, what? I believe my words were, we won't be able to watch your kids anymore, so don't try to pull a stunt like this again. Riley, can you explain something to me, please? Why the hell are my kids at my in-laws' house right now? Oh, you mean someone finally came to pick them up? That's good to hear. Stop screwing around! They know about everything thanks to you. What the hell is going on? How did this happen? Yeah, I actually just found out about it too. Turns out, the house we were renting before, the landlord was actually your mother-in-law's older brother. Small world, huh? What? Yeah, and apparently, when you dumped your 5 kids at my place the other week, he happened to be nearby and saw the whole scene unfold. The day we moved, he came by to see us off and he asked what happened. So we told him everything. What the hell? Do you need me to draw a picture for you? 3 days ago, when you abandoned your kids in front of an empty house, we contacted the landlord. He came right away and took the children straight to your husband's parents' house. This can't be happening. So, wait, you told them about my trip too? Of course I did. I made it very clear that you abandoned your 5 children so you could go off on a little romantic getaway with your boyfriend. What is wrong with you? Why would you do that? Didn't I already make that clear? I told them because they asked me. What did you expect me to do? Lie? Of course you're supposed to lie! Are you out of your mind? Well, if that's the way you want to play, then fine. All bets are off. I'm taking you down with me, Riley. What? I genuinely have no idea what you're talking about right now. Don't give me that sweet and innocent act. You're cheating on your husband just like I was. Excuse me? No, I am not. Yes, you are. I know you are. When I left the kids at your place last time, there was some random guy playing with them in the yard. Don't pretend you don't know who I'm talking about. That was your side piece, wasn't it? You picked your affair partner to help babysit, didn't you? That was my brother-in-law. What? My husband's older brother? Oh my God? You were having an affair with your brother-in-law? That's daring of you. No, I wasn't, you idiot. Would you listen to me for once? Back then, both my husband and my brother-in-law's wife were inside the house with me. What? There were 4 adults in the house that day. We needed all the help we could get to wrangle your 5 completely out-of-control children. So next time, maybe check your facts before throwing out accusations, because honestly, you're being incredibly rude right now. Riley? Also, just so you know, the landlord is planning to send you the repair bill for the damage your kids did to all the landscaping. But why? He's a professional gardener, Megan. He put thousands of dollars into that garden. It's like a work of art. But they're kids. I mean, come on. It's not like I did it myself. Yes, but as their mother, the responsibility falls on you to pay for their mistakes. That's how being a parent works. Oh no. Well, I guess it won't be too bad after all that gets sorted out. You're not planning to use the alimony you get from your husband to pay it off, are you? So what if I was? Don't you know the laws of the state you live in? Infidelity is an automatic disqualifier for alimony here. As in, legally, you are entitled to $0.00. No! Also, you might want to brace yourself for child support payments. 5 kids is no joke. But he's going to be the one paying me child support. Do you honestly think a mother who abandoned her kids on someone else's porch is going to win full custody? No, you're going to lose your kids. They'll go to live with your husband. That means you'll owe child support for all 5 of them. I don't have that kind of money. That's really not my problem. Come on, Riley, we're friends, aren't we? No, Megan. No, we are not, and we never have been. Anyway, I'm blocking you now, Megan. Wait, don't leave me like this! Goodbye. I heard the rest from our former landlord. Just as I expected, Megan ended up getting divorced, and custody of all 5 children went to her husband. She's also responsible for the full cost of repairing the damaged backyard. Turns out that she really was a stay-at-home mom, and she'd just been secretly spending their joint savings. Her big trip with her boyfriend? Yeah, she used her husband's money to pay for that. Also, thanks to an archaic, but in this situation, highly convenient state law, she received no alimony and none of their joint assets. Her parents took her in at first, but after hearing what happened, they disowned her. She's now doing part-time work in some other town, barely scraping by while most of her wages go toward payments. Nadine! Are you seriously out and about again instead of taking care of the house? What on earth are you doing? You need to get back here right now and finish the chores. Goodness gracious, girl. At this rate, tonight's dinner is just going to end up being another sad little tray of food you got on discount at the store, isn't it? Honestly, feeding us supermarket side dishes every single night? That's just pathetic. What kind of useless wife runs a house like that? Excuse me? Where is this coming from all of a sudden? Yes, I do rely on store-bought stuff once or twice a month. I won't lie about that. But most of the time I cook from scratch. You know that, don't you? And I mean, you are aware that I work, right? Just about everyone that has a job is working at this time of day, so I'm not sure what you're so surprised about. I'm saying this because you clearly don't take your responsibilities at home seriously. Okay, well thank you so much for that, Margaret. I'll take that advice to heart. Now I believe it's my turn to ask the questions. Should I take this random mid-morning text to mean that you're snooping about in our side of the house again? Snooping? I don't like your tone. It's my house too, you know. I don't need anyone's permission to walk in. The only thing that makes the duplex our home is the fact that the units are literally side by side in the same structure. However, our living spaces are completely separate and they were designed to be that way. What was the point of doing that if you're just going to barge in whenever you feel like it? Oh, well, you'll have to excuse me for taking an interest in making sure my son isn't living in a total pigsty. Listen, when we're not home, do not come in without asking. And if you want to visit, please just let us know ahead of time. That's all I'm asking. Unbelievable! A daughter-in-law trying to boss her mother-in-law around. Sakes alive! Why in the world did my sweet son tie himself down to such an audacious woman? You've got this big attitude. You're completely full of yourself, and you don't know your place. It breaks my heart to imagine what he puts up with when he gets home. Okay, I'm going back to work now. I don't have time for this. Excuse me? Work? In case you weren't paying attention, I just told you to come home right now, Nadine. You want me to just leave my job because you told me to? Even someone who's never held a job like you should be able to understand that's not how it works. You can't just drop everything and leave work in the middle of the day. And this is exactly why I didn't want my son marrying a woman with a career. I said from the beginning that it was a mistake. What if the neighbors start whispering that my son doesn't earn enough and that's why his wife has to go out and work? You ever think about that? Honestly, in our neighborhood, the only full-time housewife is the lady 3 doors down. Everyone else works. Oh, that's right. You were a housewife too, weren't you? How could I have forgotten about that? Excuse me? What kind of tone is that supposed to be? Look, every family has its own situation. Some people stay home, some people work. Either way, it's none of anyone else's business. Seriously? Talking to you is like jumping in a time machine. Most people don't bat an eye when a married woman has a job these days. It's not the scandal you think it is. Anyway, I really need to get back to work now. I've already wasted too much time on this. Nadine! I'm not finished with you! Well, I'm most certainly finished with you. Hey, Taylor, you're on the day shift today, right? Would it be okay if you picked up Ricky this afternoon? I really hate to ask, but it's a total mess over here. 2 people called out last minute, one's sick and the other had some kind of family emergency. Not sure about the details. So yeah, it's looking like I won't be able to step away from work at all.
Yeah, sure thing. It's no problem at all. This was a pretty slow day for me, so I'm definitely getting off on time today.
Oh, that's such a relief. Seriously, that helps a ton.
While we're on the topic, you know what would really help, though? Mom actually offering to go pick him up once in a while.
Right? If she did that one little tiny thing for us, we wouldn't have to scramble like this every time something comes up for one of us. She's got nothing but free time, and yet she never volunteers to help with anything. It's honestly kind of ridiculous. But if you don't mind me asking, what brought that up just now?
I was treated to yet another early morning text conversation from her.
Huh, what a coincidence. She got to me too. What did she say to you this time?
It's not so much a this time thing as an, oh great, this same old conversation again. She started into her usual bit about being sick and tired of eating stale food bought from the supermarket. Oh, and she also sent me a regular 5-paragraph essay on why I should force you to quit your job. I imagine she had a similar conversation with you.
Wow, how did you know?
She never misses a chance to jump in with that stuff. She's like the Usain Bolt of nagging, but like supermarket food, what is she even talking about?
I honestly don't know. It's like she's convinced I just buy ready-made meals every night instead of cooking. I mean, I don't even know where that idea came from.
I don't know, her feverish delusions. You're always making awesome home-cooked meals, like every day. And let's not forget, she's the one sneaking into our fridge and stealing the stuff you make. So what is she even talking about, seriously?
Yeah, I've given up trying to understand your mom at this point.
Same here. Honestly, if it weren't for Ricky, I'd be tempted to put a lock on that connecting door between our side and theirs. But in spite of everything, she's still his grandmother. If he wants to go visit his grandma and suddenly can't, that'd feel kinda cruel.
Yeah, I get that. For all her nonsense, she does genuinely care about him. Oh, speaking of Ricky, can you go ahead and order his birthday cake? I was actually planning to take him to the bakery after I dropped him off at home with you.
Oh, that's right, his birthday party is this Sunday, isn't it?
Tell you what, it doesn't need to be a surprise. Go ahead and take Ricky to the bakery and let him pick out the one he wants.
Yeah, absolutely, I'll take care of it.
Thanks. I know I'm asking for a lot today, but I really appreciate how supportive you are.
Don't even worry about it. You just hang in there and focus on work, all right?
Well, what on earth is this supposed to be? It's Sunday afternoon and I thought for sure you'd be home today. So I thought, you know what? It's the perfect time to stop by and check how you've been keeping the house. But surprise, surprise, you're working again, aren't you, Nadine? Of course you are. I should have known. Using your job as a free pass to slack off again? Even on the weekend? Let me guess. Taylor can expect another lazy, half-hearted dinner from the supermarket deli selection when he comes home tonight. And hold on a second. What's this? Good grief! What in the world is this cake? It's enormous! Are you seriously feeding them something that sweet? Have you ever heard of nutrition? I mean, really, what kind of example are you setting for Ricky's eating habits? I'm sure you thought you were being nice, making something for Taylor and Ricky since they're home all day. Making something for Taylor and Ricky since they're home all day. But no, absolutely not. This is way out of line. It's not just far too big. This thing has more frosting than cake. And don't even get me started on the sprinkles. You're trying to give them diabetes, aren't you? I have never in all my days seen such a miserable failure for a wife and mother. Margaret, did you do this? Oh, so you saw my message and came running home, did you? Looks like you can just up and leave work if you really feel like it. First of all, I was never at work today. I had the day off. But that's not the point right now. Would you mind telling me just what in the world is going on here? All the food, the birthday cake, everything I made. You threw it all in the trash? Of course I did. There was no way I was going to let my son and grandson eat that garbage. I threw it out, every last bit of it. What the? Margaret, I can't believe you! You want to know what I can't believe, Nadine? You feed my son and grandson takeout and pre-made junk food night after night, and yet you're somehow not dying of shame. I've reached my limit with you, Nadine. Don't even bother changing out of your work clothes. You come over to my side of the duplex this instant. I'm going to teach you how to cook properly myself. Today is going to be your training day. Consider it wife boot camp. You really don't remember what today is, do you? Nope. And honestly, I don't care what plans you think you had. None of that matters to me. So quit stalling and get over here. Tell me, Margaret, do you enjoy making your grandson cry? What are you talking about? Oh, for the love of... You really forgot, even after I told you clearly and more than once. What are you even going on about now? Just get over here already. You know what? I'm done. I'm honestly too disgusted to say anything else. From now on, you can talk to Taylor. I'm not doing this anymore. Excuse me? You don't even admit what you did wrong, and now you're acting like I'm the problem? What kind of attitude is that?
Mom, seriously, what the hell were you thinking? What did you just do?
Taylor, you won't believe this. Do you even realize what Nadine was planning? She was about to serve you and Ricky more pre-made preservative-laden garbage, even on her day off. Can you believe that? I mean, come on. What kind of wife does that?
Are you listening to yourself right now? That food was all for Ricky's birthday party.
What?
And the cake? Ricky picked that out himself. He walked to the bakery and ordered it all on his own. He's been looking forward to eating it since the day we ordered it.
Wait, that was for his birthday?
You mean to tell me you didn't notice Happy Birthday Ricky was written on the cake?
I suppose I overlooked it.
His actual birthday is in 2 days, but since today's Sunday, we planned the party for today so his friends could come. Nadine's parents even flew all the way out here to be with us. The three of us, me, Nadine, and Ricky, had just gone to the airport to pick them up. And then you came along.
Taylor,
Ricky's crying in his room right now, Mom.
Well, that's terrible, but let's set the cake aside for a moment. You mean to tell me she couldn't even be bothered to cook a proper meal for her own son's birthday? And you said you invited people over. How can a mother and wife be so inhospitable to her guests?
Are you kidding me right now? That food was homemade, every bit of it. Nadine and I got up at 6 this morning to start prepping everything together.
You did?
You're clearly very confused about this, so I'm gonna set you straight right now. The only time we pick up pre-made meals is when we're both slammed with overtime and physically can't cook. And that doesn't happen very often. Most days, whichever one of us gets home earliest makes dinner.
That can't be true. I check your fridge from time to time, and honestly, the stuff in there always looks like it came from the store. It's far too dressed up and well laid out to be homemade.
I know, right? Nadine's really got a knack for cooking.
What do you mean?
Her family runs a diner that's always packed, like line out the door packed. Nadine herself is a credentialed chef, and she helps in the kitchen at her brother's restaurant sometimes. She's been surrounded by fine dining ever since she was a child. So yeah, obviously she knows her way around a kitchen.
Why is this the first time I'm hearing of this?
It's not! That was literally one of the first things she told you about herself when I introduced you!
I don't remember that at all.
You just weren't paying attention. You never listen, Mom, just like today. We told you about the party. We told you multiple times it was happening today. Would you mind telling me something, Mom? Even if you didn't like the food, why throw it away? Why just dump everything without a word?
Well, I didn't mean to upset anyone.
Is that right? Then what did you mean to do?
Well...
Come on, say it. I'm giving you a chance. Tell me. Tell me what your thought process was here.
You see, I was,
Yeah, that's what I thought. You've got nothing. Look, after this, maybe it's time we face the truth. Living together like this, it's not working.
Taylor, what are you saying?
I mean, we're done with this whole duplex thing. By the way, you want to know what Ricky is saying right now as he's crying into Nadine's shoulder? Why didn't Grandma remember my birthday, Mommy? Doesn't she love me?
No! No, of course I love you!
That's not all he's saying. Grandma's always yelling at you, Mommy. Does she hate you too?
Oh no!
We agreed to move in together because you said you were lonely after Dad passed. We wanted to support you. We wanted to help. But I'm not gonna let that turn into a situation where my wife and son are being hurt. I won't stand by and let that happen. Not from anyone. Not even from you.
Taylor, hold on. I'm heading over to your side right now. Let's talk about this.
Don't bother.
But why not?
Because all you're going to accomplish is humiliating yourself and us even more.
What do you mean?
All Ricky's friends and their moms are here right now to celebrate his birthday. Nadine's parents, too. They all know that you're responsible for what happened, and they're not happy. They're trying to enjoy the party for Ricky's sake, but they are livid, especially Nadine's parents. Their restaurant does a lot of work with supporting hungry children, so seeing you waste food meant for kids? Yeah, that kind of hits home for them. Oh, and by the way, some of the moms here are actually daughters of your friends. So do yourself a favor. Don't make this any worse than it already is. Because honestly, I'm already ashamed enough to be your son right now.
Taylor, please, don't talk like this. We ended up rescheduling Ricky's birthday party for another day, and thankfully we were able to celebrate properly that time. Of course, Margaret wasn't invited. While we laughed and played upstairs in our part of the house, she stayed quiet downstairs in her own, trying to avoid the sound of us having a good time. About a month later, we moved out without telling her our new address. She's now living alone in her half, and our old place is sitting empty. A neighbor mentioned seeing her sitting by the window lately, staring out in silence. We kept Taylor's phone number available, just in case she ever needed to contact us. But even now, she hasn't said a single word of apology. Not once. At this point, it feels like the relationship's over. We've started talking about moving in with my parents instead. Honestly, that future looks a whole lot brighter.